very confusing for a 13-year-old to get a lifelong diagnosis. Back when I was 13, I was just about to start 8th grade, and I all of a sudden just couldn't walk, and my hip was hurting so bad that I literally just couldn't put any weight on it. And so we went to the hospital at the end of July, and they told me there was just fluid on my hip. I just needed to rest it, and it would get better quickly. And so I kind of was just not doing much at home. And then a few weeks later, I just started going downhill, and I was asleep most of the day. I wasn't eating. I just wasn't walking. There really wasn't anything going on. And so we went to my pediatrician, and she was like, well, you're probably just sick and dehydrated, so let's just drink Gatorade, Pedialyte, let's get your electrolytes, and then you should start to improve. And then I actually passed out a few times. We were at the pediatrician's office, and all of a sudden she just got up and left the room. And about 5-10 minutes later, she came back into the room and told us that we needed to drive straight up to the children's hospital. So we left and we drove up to the children's hospital, and they were waiting for us at the ER. And they did some x-rays in my lungs and decided that there was fluid in my lungs, and they figured out that it was actually blood, so I was bleeding in my lungs. But they were able to give me my GPA diagnosis super quickly. It was very confusing for a 13-year-old to get a lifelong diagnosis and not understand what it is. I mean, I have chronic migraines, chronic fatigue, insomnia, there's just those things that make it hard to function every day. And then just all my treatments, we have to keep changing them to keep them working. And another challenge I've also dealt with is bullying from my peers. When you're wearing a mask at school, or you were gone for a year, nobody really wanted to associate with me or talk to me. And I still deal with that. I'll be wearing a mask to school during sick season, and nobody will sit next to me because they think I'm sick. And if they ask me why I wear a mask, I tell them, and then they just kind of almost get freaked out. The vasculitis community has actually been a really great support for me. I was able to get an Instagram account to share my experiences and my journey at the very beginning. And so through that Instagram account, I've actually been able to talk to quite a few people around the world with vasculitis, as well as Vasculitis Foundation's teen chats that they started. Those are really nice because it's not as common in teenagers to have vasculitis. And so to be able to talk to many different teenagers with vasculitis and kind of the same thing, see what everybody goes through, give each other support, it's really just very, very helpful and very cool to see everybody kind of getting together and supporting each other. I recently graduated from high school, and I'm beginning work as a medical assistant, actually. Eventually, I want to go on and become a pediatric rheumatologist. It's very hard to find the positive in every situation, but I have found that if you do, it's a lot easier to get through your situations. And it's also very important to have a group of people there to support you. And so if you can find those people and stay positive, it's a lot easier to get through your challenges with vasculitis.